Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 25th of August 2023. This day is celebrated as National Banana Split Day, savoring a delightful trio of ceremonies, couples crowned with a medley of toppings that create a harmonious blend of flavors and textures. 25th of August in Indian history is observed as the death anniversary of the following personalities, including Hari Baho Upadhyay, 24 March 1892 up to 25th of August 1972, a famous Indian literature and a national worker. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that Prime Minister Mr. Modi, President Xi calls for speedy disengagement along a line of actual control. Prime Minister Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping during the 15th BRICS Summit meeting in the Johannesburg on August 24, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that China says will back Bangladesh against external interference. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina meet on the sidelines of the BRICS Summit in the Johannesburg on August 23, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Chandrayaan 3's Pragyan rover has begun mobility operations, says Indian Space Research Organization. Payloads aboard the lander and rover have been successfully switched on and will study the moon's mineral composition and the seismic activities in its atmosphere, Indian Space Research Organization chairman says. The indigenous rover exploration of the lunar surface began a day after India became the fourth country to successfully land on the moon, spurring a euphoric celebration at ISRO and around the country. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that BRICS Summit Xi and Modi agree to intensify efforts for expeditious disengagement along a line of actual control. This development comes a fortnight before President Xi Jinping's likely arrival in Delhi for the G20 summit being hosted by India on September 9 to 10. In what appeared to be the breakthrough Thursday in efforts to reduce tensions between the two countries over the military standoff in the eastern Ladakh since May 2020. At a media briefing, Kawatra said Prime Minister Modi conveyed to Xi concerns on the unresolved issue along a line of actual control during a conversation on the sidelines of the BRICS summit. Continued supply side measures essential to prevent a spiraling of food supply shocking, as Reserve Bank of India governor says. Headline: Consumer Price Index CPI-based inflation is expected to harden significantly in July-August, driven by the spike in tomato and other vegetable prices, Das wrote in the minutes. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das with the Deputy Governor Michael Debabarta Patra, M. Rajeshwar Rao, Swaminathan Janakiraman and Ravi Shankar arrived to address the press conference on the monetary policy statement at the Reserve Bank of India headquarters in Mumbai. Indian Express also states that rover takes a walk on the moon. All system normal activities on the schedule, says Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO released a video taken by a horizontal velocity camera on the lander showing the last 2 minutes of a descent just ahead of the touchdown on the Wednesday evening. Lander imager camera of ISRO's Chandrayaan 3 captures a portion of its landing site on the surface of the moon after it successfully descended in Bengaluru. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper stated that opposition MPs seek reason to bring the 3 new bills to replace the criminal laws. The Union Home Minister has received responses of around 3,200 people of the 3 bills to replace the Indian Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code (CRPC) and IPC, and the Evident Act. Home Secretary Ajay Bala informed a House panel on Thursday. Some opposition MPs, however, questioned Bala on why new bills have been brought instead of amending the current bills. Home Secretary Ajay Bala will address the queries of opposition MPs in September. Hindustan Times also states that 4 women accused ex-Delhi government official of misconduct. 4 women complained about sexual harassment between 2018 and 2022 by Pramod Khaga. The suspended Assistant Director of Delhi Government's Women and Child Development (WCD) department, who was arrested on Monday for illegally raping a minor girl multiple times at his residence between November 2020 and 21. Hindustan Times interview: wanted to be a Congress chief. It is 100 times better job, Ashok Gehlot says. One of the most keenly watched electoral fights this year is in Rajasthan, where Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot is hoping to break a decades-old trend of the incumbent being voted out. With the schemes announcing free power, cell phones, and a cashless insurance up to Rs 25 lakh, Gehlot 73 has posted a Bharatiya Janata Party to follow his agenda. Speaking to his Hindustan Times, Sonitra Chaudhary and Sachin Sen, Gehlot says he is confident of repeating his 2008 feat of winning 153 seats in the 200-member assembly, and also seemed to suggest that his long remaining feud with the Sachin pilot is over, edit experts. Indian gaming landscape caught under pressure, may face early shakeout, hints AI chief. From the economy of the country, a high tax regime and ambiguity around GST liability may force many Indian gaming firms to log out of the country. Ronald Lander, CEO, All India Gaming Federation. India should follow collaborative approach to fix guardrails for artificial intelligence, Microsoft. Brad Smith. Sensex closes lower by 180 points at RIL. HDFC Bank decline snaps 3-day gaining streak. Benchmark stock indices Sensex and Nifty closed lower on Thursday after the 3 days of gains, triggered mainly by selling in index majors Reliance Industries and HDFC Bank. Sensex Nifty opened higher following overnight's gains in United States stocks and positive cues from Asian markets. Need to ease barriers to global trade and investment, Goel says. WTO reforms must reflect changing economic landscape, the Commerce Minister said at a G20 Trade and Investment Ministerial Summit. Jaipur, August 24. Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal at the G20 Trade and Investment Ministers meeting in Jaipur on Thursday. Going towards the world news, including Donald Trump booked at Atlanta jail on elections charges. Russia's Vladimir Putin sends condolences over crash, says Yevgeny Prigozhin was a talented businessman. United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak apologizes for an inadvertent tent code breach over wife Akshata's shares. Trump is set to surrender at Georgia jail on charges that he sought to overturn 2020 election. Plane crash believed to have killed Russian mercenary chief seen as Kremlin's revenge. China's customs authorities ban seafood from Japan after Fukushima plant starts wastewater release. Going towards the science and technology, including El Nino could tomb Indonesia's rare tropical glaciers by 2026. Indonesia expects the dry season could run until October as El Nino increases the risk of forest fires and threatens supplies of clean water. Two of the world's few tropical glaciers in Indonesia are melting their ice under threat to vanish by 2026 or sooner as an El Nino weather. A drill camp is seen on the glacier near the summit of the 4,884 meters, 16,000 foot Puncak Jaya mountain in the Indonesian part of the New Guinea island. In this June 2010, handout photo scientists in a team led by alpine glaciologist Lonnie Thompson of Ohio State University have begun drilling ice cores at a shrinkage tropical glacier in Indonesia to collect data on climate change and hope their finding could lead to better predictions about the crucial monsoon rains. The eyes and ears of Pragyan that help rover find its ways on moon. A screenshot showed the surface of the moon captured by the lander image camera aboard ISRO's Chandrayaan-3 before its successful touchdown. Amazon forest carbon emissions skyrocketed under Bolsonaro study shows. An aerial view shows trees as the sunrise at the Amazon rainforest in Manaus, Amazon state of Brazil, October 26, 2022. European Union industry chief urges big tech to use new online content rules to restore trust. At last, there's a famous quotation shared by Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, whose birth anniversary is 7 November 1888 up to 21st of November 1970. Was an Indian physicist known for his work in the field of light scattering. Using a spectrograph that he developed, he and his student K.S. Krishnan discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, the deflected light changes its wavelength and frequency. This phenomenon hitherto unknown type of scattering of light, which they call modified scattering, was subsequently termed as the Raman effect or Raman scattering. Raman received the 1930 Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery and was the first Asian to receive Nobel Prize in any branch of science. Mr. Raman says a famous quotation. He says that I strongly believe that a fundamental science cannot be driven by instrumental, industrial, and government or military pressures. Okay, thank you.